is placements important for you as a producer, bro?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that would be fucking amazing, right? Like you get some cool placements. At this point, I feel like I'm just trying to get work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and placements, placements can be like this thing where you got like a placement on like some really big label or with a really big artist, but like I think placements are just as important even in our scene and the people we were working with, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
people when they see your discography and they're able to look and be like, oh, I'm on DSPs and I see that he's got work with so and so and all these other people, and like it motivates people to take you more seriously. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Even if you are dope and you are serious, like sometimes people need to hear and see that you're working. So that's actually something I'm trying to build right now is get more work out there.
Fuck your life. You watching Hip Hop Gems TV, you heard?
Welcome to Hip Hop Gems TV. I'm your host. You already know what it is, man. Today, very, 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 very special guest, man. A good friend of mine as well. Got my guy Red Gems here.
Ty, what's up, baby?
What's good, man?
Thank you for having me, bro.
How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
One gem to another.
Facts.
We are in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
So, man, I definitely gotta ask, brother, how did you get here into this space, man?
This space literally or
This space in terms of being able to, this hip hop space that we in, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been producing or making beats for got to be over 10 years now. You know what I mean? I would say that I made some connections through going to beat shows and things like that. But I really got to give a quick shout out to Emilio Craig. I met him at Rotten Island Records a few years ago, and he kind of put me in the loop with some people. You know what I mean? He like told me these are some people you got to look out for, things like that. So yeah, one thing came to another. I started performing and going to beat shows and showcases and things of that nature. And push came to shove, and you meet people and you keep building and shit like that. So
And here you are.
yeah, yes sir.
Producing now, brother.
Yes, sir.
I know I always ask producers like, yo, finding that perfect sound, or like when do you know that like, yo, you found that perfect sound for your creative process? When would you say like you kind of hit that mark of like, yo, I got it, like this is what I'm gonna send this out to an artist?
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I mean, I think the first time as a producer, I can only speak for myself, right? Everybody's trying to look for their sound, right? You keep trying to do different things and do, whatever works. But I remember once a homie of mine came up to me and was like, you produce this? And I was like, yeah. He's like, it sounds like you. And to me, like a light went off. I was like, oh shit, like I have a sound. You know what I mean? But it's really, you just keep sharpening the sword. You keep getting better and you keep doing it. And like, I would say things clicked. And I really started moving like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, where I was just like, all right, I know how to do it. I had the formula down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who was some of your influences though coming up, bro? Because like your sound to me, man, like your beats always, for me, it sonically the sound is just incredible.
Thank
like,
you, brother.
It's
Thank
incomparable. So it's like,
thank you, bro.
who were some people that you were like getting, who had your ear to like, yo, man, this is kind of like I want to do it because of this person right here?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's kind of hard to list like a top 5 without, because great producers are great producers, right? So like if I had to pick a couple, I would say Alchemist, of course, DJ Premier, Jay Dilla, Madlib, and probably Just Blaze, maybe, because he's got the soulful kind of vibe. But I get influences from everywhere, man. I was genuinely like a big music listener my whole life. Anything from jazz to hip hop and even like early hardcore and heavy metal and shit. Like back in the day, I was definitely into a lot of different shit. So,
yo, man, it's so crazy that you say that shit, bro. Because when I hear it, like I don't know, I had a feeling you would say Alchemist.
yeah,
I had a feeling you would say Premier.
right.
I don't know. It's just like when I hear, not like I said, it's not comparable, but like when I do hear it, I just think I get those vibes for some reason, brother.
If there's a sound that I definitely think is like the most influential, it's got to be fucking Alchemist, man. He's fucking incredible producer, and I think he's although he's been doing it forever, I feel like he's more in his bag now than more than ever,
Yeah,
bro.
we spoke about that shit the other day.
That's
Yep.
in his, I think, 40s. You know what I mean? Like, it's just mad inspiring to see somebody keep who you already thought was fucking amazing continue to grow and be like, damn, bro, keeps outshining himself and keeps doing. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's definitely a big inspo for me.
As a producer though, like yo, how do you keep that fire to like reinventing yourself
Like sound wise, or just how do you
sound
keep
wise?
yourself? Yeah. I think the best thing you can do, in my opinion, at least for myself, is just keep trying and doing different things, man. I try not to stick to one bag in particular. You know, if I did way too many jazz samples, I'll go for some soulful shit. If I did too much soulful shit, I'll go to like OSTs or movie soundtracks. Um, and yeah, that's some of the when I'm looking for samples, I think it really helps inspire the sound I'm going for, right? So if I find some soulful shit, I'm like, all right, I know what this is gonna be. You know, or you find some scary sounding shit, you're like, all right, this is gonna be heavy as shit, you know what I mean? Or it's gonna be crazy, like. But yeah, just keep evolving, keep pushing, and making what you like. I think being true to yourself is like the most underrated shit in the world, bro. I know people say it from time to time, but if there's one thing one thing I could preach is like just make what you want to make. Doesn't matter. It's subjective.
Right.
So,
Music is subjective.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think at times like a lot of people get lost in that shit. Everybody kind of feels like, yo, I gotta make this shit because the masses wants me to, or like, yo, this gonna draw in like more streams or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think a lot of us get lost in that shit, man. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Physics
Yes, sir.
dropped. I want to say
April 7th.
April. Yeah, we dropped. You dropped that in April.
Yes, sir.
Amazing work.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, man. I done told you
bro.
that shit probably like 20 times already. I went to your concept show. Amazing.
Thank you.
How did that come about, man? How did you land on the name Moon Physics too?
All right. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Used to be. I mean, I'm still a skateboarder now, but I used to skate a lot back in the day.
Okay.
And Tony Hawk Pro Skater changed the game, right? That game came out,
Classic.
and it was incredible.
Classic.
Whether you skateboarded or not, you fuck with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You know what I mean? So there was a cheat code in Tony Hawk called Moon Physics, and you could like once you turned it on, you could ollie like 10,000 feet and do shit like that.
I remember that cheat code.
So being a video game head that I am, I love the idea, but I was like, I don't know if I want to make it about skateboarding. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to make the whole vibe and aesthetic maybe moon related. You know, so once I came up with the concept, I started looking up NASA sounds and NASA communications, and I found like some 1960s sci-fi sounds and just really started to piece it together, and the rest took off. No pun intended.
Yo, man, were you looking for this particular? Because I know, we talk about rollouts and we talk about kind of like getting into that creative bag. I know. Was you doing the release party at Concepts? Was that something like you felt like, yo, man, that was the first choice, or you had like another location in mind?
I've been working with Concepts because I do photo and video work as well. I've been doing photo and video work for Concepts for probably close to a year now. You know what I mean? And I was looking for locations, but for some reason it never hit me like, oh, I could do something if I reached out to these guys. Really, they really fuck with my vision, man. They're amazing to work for because they let me do my thing. They never really have notes. They just like allow me to create, and they fuck with it. So, so I'm looking for a venue, and I had other spots in mind. I'll leave those out for whatever reason. But overall, I was doing a shoot with one of the dudes from Concepts, and we were talking about this whole release thing, and it kind of like light bulb went off, and I was like, yo, let me speak to these guys. They were talking about how they wanted to do more events, and yeah, I just spoke to him. I was like, yo, listen, this is the idea, this is what I'm trying to do, and he was like, all right, cool, what do you need from us? And I was just like, all right, he was like, oh, we'll sponsor it, like in terms of like a beer sponsor. So like they came out of pocket with beers, waters for everybody to pull up. Then I started, I don't know, man, I was just trying to go above and beyond. And I thought Concepts would be a great look for like launching this whole new wave of like releasing mad music and doing all this shit, and because they have the screens and stuff,
Yo,
you know what I mean? I was
bro,
able,
I was
yeah,
just about to
yeah,
get to
yeah,
that because the album went along with like just the listening like party, like
Word.
the vibe in there and how you pretty much like curated that whole shit. Like it felt like I was going to the moon type shit. Like,
Word.
you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, so it like went along with that. Like I'm one person that like I like to like shit gotta feel authentic for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when when I was in concepts and when you had dropped the tape or whatever, I'm like, yo, damn, like this shit is like it goes together, bro.
Word.
As a visionary, and I'll tell you this too, man, like you like on another level, bro.
Thank you,
Like
bro.
just like
Thank you.
from your sounds and just like from even like shit, even you picking up the camera because I've seen your work as a visionary, bro. Like you are definitely like top tier, man. So I definitely got to salute to you for that, yo. I mean, you
Thank
got
you,
like an
brother.
eye, man. You know what I'm
Thank you, brother.
saying?
I really appreciate that, man.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Shit, man. You know how we do, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know how
Facts.
it go
Facts.
for us, man.
Facts. And likewise, bro. I see the work you've been putting in here, man. It just keeps getting better and better, bro. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I
Your interview
appreciate you,
skills are
bro.
through the roof, bro. Honestly, like interviewing is tough, bro. It's you know what I mean,
Bro.
and it's definitely a skill set that you have to build and work on, and sometimes interviews fall flat because they don't know how to follow up with the right question or even go back to the thing you were talking about before because you can go off on little rants and
Yeah,
tangents and shit like
absolutely.
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, shit, yo. I mean, we talk all the time, man. But like,
Word.
I told you like the other day, bro. Like, this is something that I didn't have no media training or none of
Yeah.
that shit. Like, some people just like that gift of talking. I think that's something that's just always been in me. And then aside from like, yo, my personal 9 to 5, like it just went hand in hand. Like I don't know, like storytelling and being able to like draw certain shit out of people and get certain type of information out of people and being able to expound on that shit and like have like a fucking phenomenal conversation. That shit has just been always dope to me.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you get a chance to like really kind of like get to know people.
Yeah.
Like really get to know people, you know what I mean?
And you definitely got it. Yeah, like I said, man, you got it under control, man. Every I've been watching, especially with the second season, a lot of people that I mean, not to say the first season didn't have people I knew, but like this second season, you're really going into producers, and I love to hear people just talk about producing. You know what I mean, and shit like that. So it's very like I tapped in a lot this season for sure.
Bro, I appreciate you. And the producers was this season. I really wanted to make that like a focal point because a lot of producers is not that people kind of like turn a blind eye to shit, but like some people just don't give y'all enough credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, without the fucking, and I believe, yo, Mercy said it, like, it was just like, yo, man, without.
Yeah,
without
shout out
us-
Mercy for that
yeah,
one.
shout out Mercy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it's like, yo, without, and I don't want to misquote you, bro, but, without the fucking beat, like, there isn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, is placements important for you as a producer, bro?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that would be fucking amazing, right? Like you get some cool placements. At this point, I feel like I'm just trying to get work out. So, and placements can be like this thing where you got like a placement on like some really big label or with a really big artist, but like I think placements are just as important even in our scene and the people we're working with, you know what I mean? Like people, when they see your discography and they're able to look and be like, oh, I'm on DSPs and I see that he's got work with so-and-so and all these other people, and like it motivates people to take you more seriously. You know what I mean? Even if you are dope and you are serious, like sometimes people need to hear and see that you're working. So that's actually something I'm trying to build right now, is get more work out there.
I definitely feel like, yo, you on the way to that, bro. It's like just from like the work you put in with artists like Plaza,
Yes, sir.
working with Snelly, working with gosh, damn, I don't even want to fucking
Blue Asuna.
Blue.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, I didn't want to give something out that wasn't
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, yo, the work that you put in now, I think that kind of like will like solidify you to a degree to like, yo,
Word.
man, let me get Red Gems, man. Let me work with him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Future projects, bro. What can we expect?
All right, so Moon Physics is one of 4. You know what I mean? I'm trying to drop 4. No, I'm not trying to drop. I'm dropping 4 projects this year. Aiming for the first week of July for the next one. And then excuse me, essentially just trying to get more work out, bro. So whether it's my own solo stuff, so that's gonna be 4 projects just this year on B tapes, all instrumental for the most part. I got an album in the works. That's gonna be more long-term goal.
Okay.
I want to roll it out and do something very similar that I did with Moon Physics. There's gonna be merch involved. There's gonna be, and it's gonna be a compilation album involving, you know, some unusual suspects.
Okay.
And then I got projects, you know, in the works right now with some really dope people, man. You know, people from my camp and you know, and just stuff like that, bro.
Yo, man, Red, man, major salute to you, bro. Just from like the work you've been putting in again, man. I'm always, every time I see you, bro, I always gotta tip my hat.
Thank you,
I
brother.
speak very, very highly of you, man. I think that the work that you've been putting in is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Behind the lens, behind the fucking boards, like, yo, man, you've been such a key person to like this whole shit that's going on, this renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Your name is in that pot, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, nigga, don't even run away from that shit.
Nah,
bro.
hell no, man. I'm leaning in, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. I mean, I've been making music for a long time, man. You know what I mean? This is not something I just started. It's not a hobby of mine. You know what I mean? Like, I would do it if nobody was listening. You know what I mean? And I did it for many years before anybody listened. You know, so I'm just trying to, you know, let people see that. And
I think the first time
Yeah.
I fucking got a chance to like witness, like, I think your work was, I know you did all right, your camera work I seen, like you did the thing for Extra Ketchup.
word.
I seen that. But then like your beats, I just started following, because I think after really like first season, after I interviewed Ace, and I seen you kind of like was plugged in with everybody. I'm like, oh, yo, who's this?
Right.
So I jumped on your live, bro, and I'm like, oh yeah, nah. Yeah, we good.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So that's how that went, man.
That's what's up.
You gotta give us a gem, bro, before you get out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
yes, sir. I've been thinking about this, man. There's a lot of things that I want to say, but I'm gonna just leave it at this. And if you've hung out with me in the past year, you've heard this one for sure. But I have to, you know, mention this one. I would say my gem is luck lives on the corner of preparation and opportunity. You know what I mean? There is no luck. You put in hard work, and if that opportunity presents itself, you knock it out the fucking park. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my guy,
guy.
Red Gems. Such a dope dude, man. Brother, I appreciate you,
My God,
man.
thank you so much.
You
brother.
know that, man.
Yeah, you already know.
HHGTV, man. We out of here.
Peace.